A day hike in the dark, the West Coast's longest boardwalk, and a lair full of crickets.
Our latest roundup of our favorite day hikes.
Don't trip.
Okay, upper lefters, here's the latest list in no particular order.
And by the way, if you haven't watched our first video about day hikes, it's right there. Watch it. And like and subscribe to our channel for all of the fun, food, and adventure you can have with us here in the upper left.
Okay, our first hike brings us face to face with a monster.
How was that drama?
That was pretty good.
Was it good?
You're hurting me.
I'm sorry.
It's quite all right. The Tin Mine Trail is what we're talking about. It's on Green Mountain outside Bremerton, Washington. This is a 5-mile loop, very family friendly, a few muddy sections here and there, and clear-cut slopes. I don't like a lot of clear-cut on a hike, but I'll tell you what, it does kind of open up the view in this case. And then you get to the Tin Mine.
Should we go inside and take a look?
It dates back to 1895, and it actually features a 400-foot tunnel. Hikers can explore this if you have the proper gear, like a little flashlight on your helmet or whatever, and you're definitely going to want to wear some boots because there is standing water going all the way back. There are wooden mine supports dipped in tar that have lasted over 120 years in there.
So cool.
I trust them. I trust them. Also, these big-ass cave crickets.
Are these the monsters?
These are the monsters. They love damp, cool places like these, so watch out.
Okay, if you would prefer paradise over monsters, then might we recommend Larrabee State Park. It's up near Bellingham. Spectacular views everywhere you look, great places to hike, including Oyster Dome, which is gorgeous, and a place where we have both hiked independently with our families, out to Fragrance Lake. Okay, so it's actually named for the skunk cabbage at the lake's edge. Smelly, but harmless.
And delicious.
Okay, it's 4 miles round trip, 1,200-foot elevation gain, but if I could do it, folks, you can do it.
That's true.
Some old growth remnants over 5 feet wide are along the way, and some of them have those cool roots that are growing over boulders.
Yes.
It's just gorgeous. And then, of course, you reach the lake, and you can actually loop all the way around the lake, take a dip if it's a hot day. There is no more beautiful reflective backdrop for your family photos than this place.
Yeah, and that's all we did, is took beautiful photos, mostly of our dog. We did not take the 0.6-mile loop, didn't have the ambition for it.
Oh, well, either way, you're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, now Kim, don't poo-poo this point. I'm talking about Poo Poo Point in Issaquah, Washington, specifically West Tiger Mountain, more than 1,700 feet elevation gain. So I'd rank this as moderate. There's a South Launch viewpoint, it's called, up at the top. You get a great view of Mount Rainier, but then there's like a less than a half-mile hike further up to Poo Poo Point. That's the big ticket, the big poo-poo, so to speak. The reward is a view and a chance to watch paragliders take to the sky. By the way, this guy, he rode his bike all the way from Poo Poo Point to Pee Creek, West Virginia, completing the world's first Pee Poo Poo transcontinental journey.
Moving on to St. Edward State Park. It's in Kenmore, and there is a beautiful old seminary building where priests in training lived. It's now a hotel. The Catholic Church actually sold it in more than 300 acres to the state back in the 1970s, which is great for all of us, and you can enjoy the 3-mile loop trail down to the shores of Lake Washington under a dense forest canopy.
Okay, we couldn't give a list of our favorite hikes without including one of our favorite people and an avid hiker, Rachel Belle. She's a podcast host, a cookbook author. She knows her food, and she also knows her hikes.
Yes, she knows the best places to go. So she told us 3 of her favorite spots just for you.
Tell me all your secrets.
I came up with 3 hikes that I think pretty much anybody can do.
Taking all of your reasons.
One of the most beautiful hikes that I think is really family friendly is Baker Lake. It's almost totally flat as well. You can go in for 14 miles. You can go in as far as you want and then walk back out. But there is a campground called Maple Grove. If you want to do a backpacking trip with your kids and see if they like backpacking, it's only 4 miles in. And there are 6 little campsites all on the water on Baker Lake. Each site has a picnic table, a bear box, and there's even a compostable toilet out there, which is very rare if you're backpacking. It's all on the lake, so you have the beautiful views. So that one's really pretty.
Tuned in, break away.
If you want to go to Mount Rainier, but you don't want to have to go through the gate and wait in the line, Natchez Peak is one of the most beautiful hikes in the park, and you can just come in through Enumclaw. It's pretty short, it's like 3.2 miles. Do the hike counterclockwise. That way you will be walking, oh, it's so pretty. Bam! Huge view of Mount Rainier, huge, right in your face. What I like to do, I add on Dewey Lake. You'll be partway around the Natchez Peak Trail, then you'll see a sign for Dewey Lake and you'll go down to a lake. You can come back up and then finish the trail. So that adds on 6 miles, so it ends up being like a 9-mile hike. We go down to Dewey Lake and we string up our hammocks and I bring a book and I hang out and we have lunch down there. Then you walk back up and you finish the Natchez Peak Trail, which is then when you get the big view of the mountain. If you go in July or August, you're gonna get so many wildflowers, so beautiful. If you go in the fall, you're gonna see all the fall leaves.
Time is an illusion.
Another great hike, which is in the Cleellum area, is Iron Bear Teanaway Ridge. It's about 6.5 miles. This one does have some elevation on it, but if you go in the early summer, there are wildflowers. I kind of plan all of my hikes around flowers, but this one, when you get to the top, you have such a big, expansive view of so many mountain peaks. It's so gorgeous.
Just try to remember to keep on trucking.
People always ask me about hikes near the city. Here's the thing, the closer you are to the city, the more crowded it's gonna be, the more people are gonna be hiking with their dumb speakers playing music, which is like my biggest pet peeve. I avoid those hikes like the plague. My recommendation is just go a little farther.
Good advice, Rachel Belle.
Thank you.
You're good at this.
Ah.
Okay, on to Cannon Beach, Oregon. Great destination for family-friendly hiking. Indian Beach is the perfect way to start your day hike. Lots of tide pools to explore, and then you head north into Ecola Park. The coastal trail includes 8 miles of the Oregon Coast Trail. It's a stretch that William Clark of Lewis and Clark fame actually walked. He said the view consisted of, can we have some historical music?
Oh, here it comes.
The grandest and most pleasing prospects which my eyes ever surveyed.
Okay.
Nice view on that hike of the Tillamook Lighthouse. I didn't get a very good shot. It's
Sometimes it's just in the effort. If you were going to talk about the sort of hiking capital of the Northwest, it might be North Bend, Washington. Of course, you can aim for Mount Si, which is like 3,900 feet, I think. But maybe you should try something a little easier at first.
This is Little Si in North Bend, or as I call it, it's a big incline at the beginning, then it feels pretty flat, and you basically climb a mountain at the end, get a great view, then turn around and head home. 3.7 miles with 1,300-foot gain.
There's also Rattlesnake Ledge there in North Bend. Very popular, definitely draws a crowd.
Sure does.
This is moderately steep. It's 2 miles. It leads to a dramatic viewpoint over Rattlesnake Lake, Snoqualmie Valley, and the Cascades, all within an hour of Seattle, and no Discover Pass required.
Nearby, check out Dirty Harry's Balcony. It's not as dirty as it sounds. It's a little less than, okay, come on, we can get through this. It's a little less than 4.5 miles with a 1,600-foot elevation gain. Pleasant out and back with a nice view of Snoqualmie Pass. Then if you head out east on I-90 about another half hour or so, this is one of my favorite hikes. 0 feet of gain, that's easy, where you can stay perfectly dry on the rainiest of days. The tunnel at Iron Horse. It is a unique, cool adventure, part railroad history, part subterranean thrill. It's flat and family friendly. It's a 5.3-mile round trip. It's great for beginners, kids, strollers, and bikes, whatever. You take a flashlight. Anita made me wear an embarrassing reflector and flashing lights.
Did she do that for safety or just because it gave her enjoyment?
The latter.
Yeah, okay, good. If you are interested in another very accessible and very flat hike, head to the Nisquali Reserve outside of Olympia. It's 4 miles of trails with just 10 feet of elevation. I'm here for this. It's in the Billy Frank Jr. Nisquali National Wildlife Refuge, so lots of beautiful things to see. This is Puget Sound's largest undisturbed estuary.
Yeah, Anita and I saw an otter,
I bet he comes back up in a second.
a turtle,
Oh, that's him there then.
and lots of cool birds there when we were there.
I love it. The $2.8 million boardwalk that you can go out on is about a mile long, the longest marine boardwalk on the West Coast. But, very important, not dog friendly.
No.
Pets are not allowed, only the wildlife.
Yeah, dogs eat birds, apparently.
Another place you might not consider for hiking, a ski resort. But during the summer, Crystal Mountain is the place to go. Located in the shadow of Washington's Mount Rainier, it's often overlooked for warm weather hiking because most people just think of it as being covered in snow, but there are several moderate day hikes as well as more challenging treks. A great starter hike there is the Silver Creek Trail. It's up to Lake Henskin. It's less than 3 miles. There is a 1,500-foot elevation gain, so you will hit your fitness goals. And the really cool part is you pass an old abandoned gold mine with a great sense of humor. And best of all, you end up at the Alpine Lake, which looks like something out of a storybook.
And finally, the tallest point in Washington's San Juan Islands. You'll find it in Moran State Park on Orcas Island. You hike to the summit of Mount Constitution. It's about 5 miles round trip, depending on your starting point. And then you end up at this rocky summit with sweeping views way up there at the top, the 52-foot stone observation tower. It was built in the 1930s and delivers breathtaking views. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, that is our list. Let us know if we missed anything in the
Yes.
comment section.
We definitely missed something, so we want to hear from you. And also be sure to subscribe and give us the thumbs up and ring the little notification bell and dance with us, baby.
Thank you for putting up with this. See you next time.
Bye. It's on Harry's Peak. Harry's...
That's what she said.